You know the feeling, right? You study the charts, you do all the research, you completely understand the tech, but your account still just bleeds money. Why on earth does this happen? Well, that's exactly the ultimate question we're answering in today's Explainer. Why do even the smartest people fail at investing?
Picture this for a second. We've got two traders, Trader A and Trader B. They both start out with exactly $1,000, and they both use the exact same strategy in the exact same market. But here's the kicker. Trader A grows their wealth steadily, while Trader B literally loses everything in a flash. The deciding factor? It's not intelligence, no way. It is entirely about emotional control.
Welcome to our Explainer. Today we're unlocking the real secrets to mastering market psychology. We're going to trace the evolution of a successful trader and figure out how to shift you from being a reactive, emotional amateur into a highly disciplined, systematic professional.
Okay, let's dive into this. We're pulling our main insights today from War Library's absolutely fantastic book, Fear, Greed, and the Market. I love how they present this because it personifies these abstract market emotions as literal monsters trying to rip you apart. Honestly, it's a perfect representation of what actually happens in our minds when our hard-earned money is on the line.
So here's our roadmap for breaking down the chaos today. First, the hidden market force. Second, the twin monsters. Third, why beginners lose money. Fourth, building emotional armor. And finally, the professional mindset.
Let's start with Section 1, the hidden market force. Markets are emotional battlefields. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we mean. Financial markets aren't just lines on a chart or complex technology. They are real-time visual representations of mass human emotion. Just look at the predictable cycle of your typical crypto bull run. Month 1, we kick off with optimism. By month 3, as prices skyrocket, we hit pure euphoria. That is the most dangerous stage, by the way, because everyone feels like an absolute genius. But then, month 4, reality hits and panic sets in, which drags us all the way down to total despair by month 6. It's wildly predictable. Because of that predictable, crowd-driven cycle, the source material lands on this one core philosophy. Successful trading is 80% psychology and only 20% strategy. Seriously, self-mastery is far, far more important than finding some perfectly guarded secret trading system. Because if you can't control yourself, well, the best strategy in the world won't save your capital.
Moving on to Section 2, the twin monsters, fear and greed in action.
Let's talk about fear first. You see, fear isn't just a mental block. It triggers a very real physical fight-or-flight response in your body. We're talking an elevated heartbeat, sweaty palms, crushing anxiety, and just a total inability to concentrate. When your body is chemically reacting like it's in actual physical danger, making rational financial decisions becomes basically impossible for the average investor.
Now contrast that physical paralysis with greed. Fear freezes you up. It causes panic selling, hesitation, missed opportunities. You're basically trading scared. Greed, on the other hand, it recklessly pumps you full of this illusion of invincibility. You start chasing profits, you get absurdly overconfident, and you overtrade. Both of these extremes, these twin monsters, are absolute account killers.
Section 3, why beginners lose money, the predictable traps.
These right here are the classic beginner failures that snare emotional amateurs every single day. First, there's revenge trading. You know, trying to instantly win back what you just lost out of sheer anger. Or how about holding on to losing trades out of pure hope, while simultaneously selling your winners way too early because you're terrified the profit's going to vanish? Throw in the FOMO, the fear of missing out from social media hype, and you've got a literal recipe for disaster. The vital takeaway here? Hope and ego are terrible substitutes for actual market analysis.
At the end of the day, the market is a constant tug of war between raw human emotion and rational thinking. And listen, making mistakes isn't really the problem. Every single professional trader out there makes them. The fatal flaw is refusing to analyze and learn from those mistakes. Letting your emotions just drive the car on an endless loop, that is what ultimately ruins accounts.
On to Section 4, building emotional armor, systems to protect your capital.
Let's move to and see how this builds your actual defenses. How do we survive this battlefield? We need mechanical weapons. Step 1, write a trading plan. You have to answer the why, the where, and the how much before you ever click buy. Step 2, set a stop loss. Predetermine your exact exit point if you're wrong. Step 3, keep a trading journal to record your entries, your exits, and yes, your emotions. You simply cannot let your feelings take the wheel.
I absolutely love this quote from the source. The market does not require perfection, it requires discipline. This is absolutely crucial to remember.
Your self-worth is not determined by a single trade. You're going to have losses, for sure. But consistent discipline, supported by the armor we just built, will always beat random luck over the long haul.
Section 5. The professional mindset. Thinking like a business owner.
So, the crucial point is this. To move from just surviving to actually thriving, you have to stop viewing the market as a casino and start treating it like a business. An emotional trader looks at a chart and asks, how much can I make quickly? They want fast, guaranteed money. But a disciplined trader? They ask, what is my exact risk? What happens if I am wrong? The professional is completely obsessed with capital protection first and profit second. A true professional fully accepts uncertainty and respects risk above all else. They remain humble, prioritizing steady consistency over the thrill of excitement. Actually, the biggest thing is how they reframe failure. They accept losses simply as normal operating expenses for their business, kind of like paying rent or buying inventory, rather than taking it as a personal failure. Ultimately, the greatest investment you can ever make is developing the mindset to succeed. Your goal shouldn't just be to make a quick buck today. It's to become the kind of person who has the emotional fortitude to execute a process consistently, completely, regardless of the noise, hype, and chaos happening around you.
We're going to wrap up this explainer with a final, provocative thought straight from the source material. Will you master the market, or will you master yourself? You can't control the charts, but you can always control your reactions. Make self-mastery your absolute priority in your financial journey, and the success you're looking for will naturally follow.